good, everybody? It's time for another episode of...
You didn't know, bitch? You didn't know?
First, we got to start off with Cardi B. It says Cardi B sued for assault, battery by woman allegedly struck by microphone. According to TMZ, it says Cardi B has been accused of assault and battery by an anonymous woman who she allegedly threw a microphone at during a day party in Las Vegas a couple of years ago. This Jane Doe is suing the rapper for a 2023 incident where Cardi was performing at Dre's Beach Club when she asked people in the crowd to throw water at her to beat the triple-digit heat. However, the individual says that when she threw water at Cardi, as several people in the audience did, the rapper responded by pelting her with the mic instead. Attorney Ciara Ian Norris, who is representing Jane Doe, is holding a press conference on Thursday in Vegas. We actually showed you the video at the time showing Cardi seemingly responding positively to some people who throw water at her before another video captured her throwing the mic into the crowd. Cardi was investigated by police at the time, but ultimately was not charged in the incident. The microphone was sold for $99K shortly after the incident, which the Jane Doe claims exacerbated her emotional distress. The owner of the Wave told us at the time that the money was going to two charities, the Wounded Warrior Project and the local Vegas charity, Friendship Circle Las Vegas. Cardi B is being sued for assault, battery, negligence, and more. We reached out to Cardi's rep, who had no comment. Now, I actually looked at the video, and it didn't look to me that anybody, from the video that I saw, I'm going to show the video. From the video that I saw, it only looked like one person was throwing water at Cardi. And it seemed like the girl, I didn't see multiple people throwing water at Cardi. Here's the video. Let's see.
Bitch, I'm done. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Tell me some water again, bitch. I'm hot. And give me some water.
Splash her down. Give her some water. Splash her the fuck down.
Woo, that shit feel good. Put that shit in my pussy, bitch. Come on. Yeah, bitch.
Sexy lady, look at you say, ah.
Let's look it up, bitch. I need some fucking water.
Get some water, man. Get some water, man.
Somebody smash me with water, bitch.
Ooh. I see you like shit.
Wait, no, bitch. What the fuck? Bitch, that was too fast, bitch.
That was flash, man.
Wait, a little more right here, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Put that pussy up, bitch. Put that pussy up, bitch.
That's not the video that I initially saw. This is the video that I saw. Now, I got some things to say. Now, Cardi did say, throw water on me, but that person who threw that water went directly in Cardi's face. So we don't know if it was some ice in the cup and it hit Cardi or not. But the thing with Cardi is you have to do better at asking people to do stuff like that. Because what they say, asking you shall receive. You said throw water on you. The girl, who knew if the girl had good aim or not? She probably was trying the best she could to reach the water up there and it just hit you in the face. You can't be asking people to do crazy stuff like that now because people are ready to sue. Cardi's attorneys ended up responding. It says Cardi B's mic throwing lawsuit pitiful cash grab. Attorney Drew Fondlin said. Drew Fondlin tells TMZ Hip Hop that the lawsuit against Cardi B regarding the 2-year microphone incident is a transparent and pitiful attempt at a financial shakedown. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and the Clark County District Attorney's Office closed this matter for insufficient evidence a long time ago. But apparently the opportunity to make money off a celebrity was too much for some willing law firm to pass up. If you recall, we broke the story that Cardi was cleared of charges back in August 2023, and the case never made it to the DA's desk. The victim is suing for assault, battery, negligence, and even says the microphone being auctioned off for charity sent her into an emotional spiral of distress. We'll have to see how this plays out in court in Cardi's next album. I think that the person got a suit. Cardi, you asked and we shall receive, and she threw the water up there. Now the girl did throw the water and stuff in her face, but Cardi, you did ask for that. You got to do better. You got to do better. And I think that Cardi was wrong. I think that Cardi was wrong, even if she should have just said, well, y'all stop throwing water now because, y'all getting out of hand, stop throwing water. But you don't just throw no microphone at nobody. Then we got Glorilla. Child. It says Glorilla arrested for drug possession in Georgia. Now, this is crazy. This story actually took me out. I'm actually shocked. Okay? It says Glorilla, legally named Gloria Woods, was arrested in Georgia on 2 serious drug charges, TMZ has learned. According to jail records obtained by TMZ, the rapper was booked Tuesday in Forest County for possession of a scheduled controlled substance and possession of marijuana over an ounce, both felony offenses under Georgia law. Details surrounding the arrest remain unclear, but police confirmed that she was taken into custody and released later that day, posting $22,000 bond. We reached out for her reps. So far, no comment or word back. Attorney Rip's drug arrest. She was the victim for crying out loud. Now, this is an exclusive. It says, according to TMZ, it says, we broke the story of Glorilla being arrested in Georgia for felony drug possession earlier today, and her legal team is calling the charges a total outrage of justice. The rapper wasn't even at home. As we told you, Glorilla house was broken into this weekend. By the time the cops arrived, the suspects were gone, but investigators said that they encountered weed in the search for the burglars, and the rapper was then charged with felony drug possession. The Forest County Sheriff's Office told TMZ deputies responded to a report of a burglary in progress Saturday at 1:30 a.m. at a residence in the Atlanta suburbs. The Sheriff's Office says 3 suspects entered the house when an armed occupant fired at the intruders. Glorilla was not home at the time of the burglary, the Sheriff's Office said. The 3 suspects fled. No injuries have been reported in the incident, and the Sheriff's Office said. Glow's attorney says jewelry was stolen. Deputies executed a search of the area with K9 teams and a drone unit. Detectives also responded to the scene, and deputies reportedly detected a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics, according to the Sheriff's Office. A drug task force was summoned, and a search warrant was secured for the house. A significant amount of marijuana was discovered in plain view in the closet of the master bedroom, deputies said. Glow was later charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of Schedule I controlled substance. She turned herself in voluntarily to the Forest County Jail on Tuesday and was released the same day after posting bail of $22,260. According attorneys for Big Glow, Marissa Goldberg and Drew Fondling, that must be the only lawyer in Atlanta. The Fondling law firm tells him, because this is the same lawyer that Cardi got. The arrest of Gloria Woods is a disturbing window to how warped law enforcement priorities have become. Miss Woods was out of town when her residence became a target of a group of home invaders who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they didn't know was that she had family staying with her, and they were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group who grabbed high-value jewelry before taking off once they realized the home wasn't vacant. But where was the jury at if they found the weed in the master bedroom? Where was the jury at? I don't know. Fondling's law firms add when her family members did the right thing and called law enforcement, instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Mrs. Woods' home, they instead sought a search warrant when they spotted what they believed was a small amount of marijuana. Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her even though she hadn't been at home for some time.
That is some bullshit.
No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invaders. Miss Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. This story is crazy and developing. Stay tuned. But this is what it's like to be Black in America. This is what it's like to be Black in America. What happens is something can happen, right? You can call the police because something had happened to you, and the police can come. Let's just say a woman. I've seen it happen before. Let's just say it was a domestic violence dispute, right? A woman can call the police, say that this man did something to her. They come to the house, can't find the man, ask her for her ID, and then see she got warrants and take her to jail.
That's wrong.
So when you ask women, well, how come you didn't call the police the first time he put his hands on you? Because I had warrants. And I ain't got no money to pay for them right now. This is what it's like to be Black in America. I wonder what Drew Fondling, let me see. Because if I believe Benjamin Crump, I don't want, Drew Fondling is a white man. When I say white, I mean non-Black. I'll put a picture up of him. But what I'm saying is Benjamin Crump, why I wouldn't let Benjamin Crump be my attorney. Benjamin Crump would have been all over this. She should have had Benjamin Crump as an attorney. You mean to tell me that this girl house was burglarized and y'all used a search warrant for her house, the victim of the crime?
That's up.
And then, and this also probably happened too because it was Glorilla. Speaking of jail, let's talk about Travis Hunter dad. It says Travis Hunter dad arrested in Florida. Travis Hunter dad arrested in Florida. Travis Hunter father is currently behind bars in Florida after authorities claim he violated conditions of his probation. Palm Beach County records show Travis Hunter Sr. was booked into jail on Tuesday on one charge of probation violation. Law enforcement alleged in court documents that Hunter Sr. was too far away from his electronic monitoring device for 11 minutes on June 28th. On July 4th, they claimed they tested the equipment and it was functioning properly. An arrest warrant for the 39-year-old was issued over the alleged violation on July 10th. Records show Hunter Jaguar star father is on probation over allegations that he was in possession of a gun and drugs during a traffic stop in 2023. He was not able to attend his son's Heisman Trophy ceremony in December, but he was given court permission to head to Green Bay in April to watch the 22-year-old get picked number 2 overall in the NFL draft. Hunter Jr., who is not publicly yet commenting on his dad's most recent arrest, is slated to begin Jaguars camp later Wednesday. They really be. He ought to sit down, but you know he probably was moving around. His son just made it to the NFL. I'm pretty sure that his son looked out for him by what he said in his Heisman speech. He probably was he probably is moving fast, right? But they do not play when you are on probation. When I was in college, I was working a full-time job as well, and I do not remember the name of it was Ike. I was gonna say it was Rita, but Rita happened in 2005, 2006, because that was my senior year. So it happened actually in 2005, right after Katrina. But in 2005, 6, 7, 8, 2008, in 2008, it was a hurricane in Houston called Ike that had ended up coming to Houston. And I had a cousin, he had got out of jail. He had got out of jail. Was I in college when he got out of jail? So he probably had got out of jail maybe a year. He did a long time. I hadn't seen him since I was 6 years old. When he got out of jail, I was probably 18, 19 years old. That was my first time seeing him. And at that time, before, and I'm just being real, before when we heard that a hurricane or something was coming up, we never used to evacuate. But ever since Katrina happened, and that was damn near next door to Houston, right? Everybody used to always evacuate. So Ike was coming, and they said that Ike was supposed to be a Category 5 hurricane, a Category 4 or 5 hurricane. And I remember driving from PV to Houston, and the family had decided that we were all going to, when I say family, not just my immediate family, but my mom and her cousins had decided that we was going to evacuate because my cousin, had to evacuate. He's older than me. Our birthday is on the same day though. He had to evacuate because he had already told his probation officer that he was going to evacuate. And so he ended up riding with me to Dallas. We ended up going to Dallas. Got to Dallas. That was a Friday. And Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we was there. And he had asked me, he was like, can you take me to this probation office Monday morning? And I'm like, sure. So nothing happened in Houston. I mean, I don't know what happened in Houston, but it wasn't to the magnitude of Katrina. Anyway, we in Dallas. And so he asked me to take him to this probation office. And they took him there, and they told him when he walked through the door, baby, we was just about to put a warrant out for your arrest.
Oh my God.
We was just about to put a warrant out for your arrest because he was supposed to be there at a certain time. But of course, with everybody driving from Houston to Dallas to try to, get to safety or trying to evacuate, it was traffic, and we missed that Friday. We missed the time for him to show up. And so they had told him on Monday, I listened to them tell him we was going to put out a warrant for your arrest. And so good thing that he was there. That what I'm saying, that he was there. But I heard him, I was like, damn, they don't really fuck around when you on probation. So because some people could look at 11 minutes like 11 minutes is steep, but as we see sometimes, sometimes I see sometimes people be on probation. I know the Houston news come to my phone. Sometimes people be on probation still committing crimes. And so I think that sometimes when people are put on probation and they judge, they try to have them walking a straight and narrow, and they don't have no time for wiggle room, because if you end up committing a crime while you on probation, I think that falls on that judge. That's why it's so steep. Now, before I go, baby, we got another Melody Holt in the Mile High Club, child. And no shade, but we're gonna talk about it. Now listen to this. Mile High Club, couple accused of oral sex on flight.
You did what?
No longer welcome on JetBlue. Look at here. They ought to be registered as sex offenders. Let's go. A Connecticut couple has been charged with lewd exhibition after they were accused of hanky-panky on a flight from New York to Florida and not stopping when they noticed kids watching, according to police. Kids watching? They ought to not have been doing it on a flight unless it was a private plane. Mr. Riley allegedly decided to get dirty on a JetBlue plane early Saturday by allegedly performing oral sex on Christopher Drew Arnold, according to court documents obtained by TMZ. Specifically, police were informed she made up and down movements with her head while she was face down in his lap and also masturbated him.
You nasty.
So she was sucking his dick and jacking him off. I mean, I guess that's how it's supposed to go. From the books I read, that's what they say. The two minors' appalled mother also claimed in the complaint that Trista didn't care that the kids was watching her and continued pleasuring her partner even after she noticed that she had an audience.
You slut!
It's unclear how long the sexual acts lasted, but the mother told police Trista went down on Christopher during takeoff, which, if true, means the kids had to sit through the rest of the flight after witnessing such a obscene situation. How long was the flight? He lasted that long? The couple was arrested by police when they landed in Sarasota Bratton International Airport at 11:30 in the morning. They were released Monday and must have no contact with the alleged victims and stay out of trouble before their arraignment in August. TMZ has reached out to JetBlue for comments. So far, no word back, but that's not true. We got an update. Okay, JetBlue corporate communications tell TMZ this behavior is completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated by JetBlue. Immediately upon receiving a report, our crew members acted swiftly to engage JetBlue's security team and law enforcement. We are fully cooperating with the investigation, and these customers are no longer welcome to fly JetBlue. Child, please. How could the kids see them do it the whole time? How could the kids see them do it the whole time? And I'm pretty sure that mother gonna sue JetBlue. I don't believe that they acted swiftly. To me, y'all, I just think I'm always so ashamed for the woman. I'm always so ashamed for the woman because I feel like that she is the one caught in this act. And the way that society is, the man is kind of, oh man, that nigga was getting hit on the plane. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's almost like predatory to me. I could see if y'all had a private jet if it was just y'all. But y'all on a flight, y'all not even in first class. Up in the sky, sipping champagne, right? Y'all not even in first class. Y'all just had to do it right then and right there. Y'all couldn't go to the restroom. I mean, I would be lying if I say I haven't seen it before. You know, people do anything for content. I seen a dude on Twitter one time. A Twitter couple. I seen him pull his nigga dick out on the plane and start sucking it before. On the plane, but they didn't do the full act. Like he just put it in his mouth, went up and down on it a couple times and took it out. You know, playing with it. But I seen it. I wouldn't lie to you. I seen it. That's what I saw. Right? But they didn't get caught. One of them was looking around and the other one had the phone out. I'm like, child, I don't get it. I don't get it because it's so easy to get on that sex offender list. These people ought to get, baby, this to me, I think that they both should be registered as sex offenders. I do. That's embarrassing. And the thing is, this couldn't have been his girlfriend or his wife or anything like that, because when you love somebody, you don't want them to get caught and doing nothing like that. We can wait until we get into the room. We can wait until we get to the room or get a private jet or at least first class. You in economy giving it?
You are a dumb hoe. Shut up.
He can even get you to first class. I don't get it. But y'all, that's all I got for right now. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support. Let me know. Is this something y'all into? I don't know. But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.